Hi students, applications of current carrying coil, its magnetic induction at its center and its axial line. Okay, so see one application, a charge q is moving with a velocity of v, then the expression of magnetic induction due to this charge at a position vector r bar from the charge is, okay, what is the required quantity here? Magnetic induction. So due to this charge at a position vector r bar, at a position vector r bar, okay, now it is a charged particle, okay, moving along this direction, moving along this direction. Here required one is field intensity at this point. It is upward means positive charge, so magnetic field is inwards, magnetic field is inwards, okay, understood. A charge q is moving with velocity of v, then the expression of magnetic induction due to the charge at a position vector r bar from the charge is, due to the charge, you know, Biot-Savart law, from Biot-Savart law, dB bar is equal to mu naught ideal bar cross r bar by 4 pi by r cube. Mu naught by 4 pi ideal bar cross r bar by r cube. You know this equation. Okay. Now, these charged particles travels a displacement, dl in the time dt. The charged particle travels a displacement dl in the time dt. Here produced current I is equal to, you write as q by dt. In this time, produced current is I is equal to q by dt. Now, ideal bar is write as I means q by dt into dl bar. So q into dl bar by dt, displacement by time, velocity, q into v bar. Ideal bar is write as q by dt into dl bar, q into dl bar by dt, q v bar. Okay. So studying here, dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl bar. Ideal bar is write as q v bar cross r bar by r cube. dB bar equal to mu naught by 4 pi q v bar cross r bar by r cube. Understood? Okay. So from Biot-Savart law, you know this equation. The charged particle traveling displacement dl in the time dt. Okay. dl in the time dt. Okay. Here current developed in this time interval q by dt. Ideal bar is write as qv bar. Substituting in this one, it is the magnetic field intensity at this point. Okay. See next application. If a current carrying coil having N1 turns and radius R1 produces a magnetic field B1 at the center of the coil. Okay. And if it produces a magnetic induction B2 at the center on rewinding, initial coil, but it is rewinding. The coil to have N2 turns and radius is R2. So what is the ratio of B1 to B2? What is the ratio of B1 to B2? See, first of all, it is the wire. Okay. Its length is L. It is converted into circular loop. Circular loop, it having N1 turns. Its radius is R1. Number of turns are N1. Number of turns are N1. Passing current is I. Passing current is I. Okay. So at the center, mu naught N1 I by 2 into R1. You know already this one. Okay. Mu naught Ni by 2 R. Okay. Mu naught N1 I by 2 R1 at the center. This wire converted into a loop. How many turns here? N1 turns. N1 turns. Understood? Same wire. Okay. Same wire. It is converted into a loop. Its radius is R2. Passing current is I, same current. Number of turns are N2. Number of turns are N2. Understood? So at the center, B2 is equal to, you write as mu naught N2 I by 2 into R2. Okay? So same wire, rewinding this one. So convert into a loop. Number of turns are N2. Here N1 loops in this one, N2 loops in this one. At the center, B2 is equal to mu naught N2 I by 2 R2. B1, B2. Now B1 by B2 is equal to, B1 by B2 is equal to, your writers, mu naught N1 I by 2 R1 by mu naught N2 I by 2 R2. Mu naught I 2. Mu naught I 2 cancel. So N1 by N2 into R2 by R1. Okay. But here see, same length converted into first loop. Same wire, same length converted into second loop. That means you write as L is equal to first one 2 pi R1 into N1. Each turn circumference is 2 pi R1. Number of turns are there? N1. 2 pi R1 into N1. Same wire. So in second case, you write as 2 pi R2 into N2. 2 pi R2 into N2. 2 pi R1 into N1. 2 pi R2 into N2. Now here both side 2 pi cancel. So N1 R1 is equal to N2 R2. N1 R1 is equal to here N2 R2. Okay. N1 by N2 is equal to R2 by R1. N1 by N2 is equal to R2 by R1. Substituting in this one, B1 by B2 is equal to N1 by N2 into R2 by R1 here. R2 by R1 is right as N1 by N2, simply N1 by N2 whole square. B1 by B2 is equal to N1 by N2 whole square. Same wire rewinding. Okay. In terms of radius, R2 by R1 whole square. B1 by B2 is equal to N1 by N2 into N1 by N2. N1 by N2 whole square, R2 by R1 whole square. Okay. See, initially N1 turns. At the center B1. It is rewinding. Okay. It is rewinding. N2 turns. At the center B2. Same wire. Okay. So B1 by B2 is equal to N1 by N2 into R2 by R1. So N1 by N2 is nothing but R2 by R1. Substituting here. So B1 by B2 in terms of number of turns, N1 by N2 whole square. In terms of radius, R2 by R1 whole square. If in problem rewinding is mentioned, so you are using this formation. Okay. See next application. Three rings each having equal radius are placed mutually perpendicular to each other and each having its center at the origin. If coordinate system, if current I is flowing through each ring, then find the magnitude of the magnetic field at the common center. Three rings each having equal radius r are mutually perpendicular to each other and each having its center at the origin of coordinate system. If current I is flowing through each ring, then find the magnitude of the magnetic field at the common center. Okay, first of all, it is one of the ring. Okay, now it is another ring. Okay, now this one is another ring. It is the common center, x-axis, y-axis, it is z-axis. Radius is r. Okay, its radius is r. These three are having equal radius. Passing current is I. Okay, what is the required quantity here? Magnitude of the net magnetic field intensity at the common center. At the common center means at this origin. At this origin. Understood? Okay. Now, for example, first coil lies in xy plane. Lies in xy plane. Magnetic induction direction is perpendicular to the xy plane means along the z direction. Okay, first of all, first loop or first ring lies in xy plane. Lies in xy plane means its direction perpendicular to its plane. Perpendicular to its plane, you know already. Okay, for example, it is xy plane. Okay, this one. So current carrying here. Okay, anti-clockwise. Your taken current is anti-clockwise. See this one. Thumb outwards means it is z-axis. That one is z-axis. Understood? Okay. Here taking the current anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Here no need of direction because of here required one is only magnitude. Required one is magnitude. Okay. Here direction is not mentioned. For our convenient, I will take in here in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. First ring lies in xy plane means what about magnetic field intensity? Xy plane mu naught I by 2r k cap. Okay. See, in anti-clockwise plus k cap, in clockwise minus k cap, minus k cap. Okay. First ring. Next, second ring lies in yz plane. YZ plane mu naught I by 2r into I cap. Okay, YZ plane means along the x-axis. Okay, now it is the current. It is I cap means it is the direction. Third ring lies in ZX plane. Okay, ZX plane means mu naught I by 2R into ZX. That means J cap. Direction is J cap. XY plane. Perpendicular to XY plane means Z axis. So next one is YZ plane. Perpendicular to YZ plane means which one? X axis. Next, perpendicular to Z axis means, sorry, ZX plane means, so which one? Y axis. J cap. Now net field intensity B net bar is equal to B XY plus B YZ plus B ZX. So B net is equal to XY. So mu naught I by 2R K cap plus mu naught I by 2R I cap plus mu naught I by 2R J cap. So B net in vector notation mu naught I by 2R K cap plus I cap plus J cap. Okay. So B net mu naught I by 2R I cap plus J cap plus K cap in terms of vector notation. But here required one is magnitude. Magnitude in the sense B net is equal to mu naught I by 2R. Its value in vector notation you know already. Okay. Square root of I cap means only 1. 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. So root 3. Simply in terms of magnitude. Mu naught I by 2R into root 3. Mu naught I by 2R into root 3 in terms of magnitude. Okay. Understood? First ring lies in XY. Second ring YZ. Third ring ZX. All are at common center. Net field intensity at the center. Common center means mu naught I by 2R into root 3 in terms of magnitude. Okay. Next application. A current of I amperes is flowing through each of the bent wires as shown. Find the magnitude and direction of the magnetic field at O. Okay. It is the O. Understood? See, it is the first part. This one is second part. You know already B of theta is equal to mu naught I theta by 4 pi r. Mu naught I theta by 4 pi r. You know that equation. Okay, with certain angle. See first part making an angle 270 degrees. That means first part theta 1 is equal to 3 pi by 2 radians. 3 pi by 2 radians. Now second part theta 2 is equal to pi by 2 radians. Pi by 2 radians. Understood? Okay. Now first part direction is inwards. Second part is also direction is inwards. Okay. Due to first part inwards. Due to second part is also inwards because both are in a clockwise direction. Consider first of all B1 mu naught I by 4 pi r into what about theta? 3 pi by 2. Okay. Radius is r. Next. Here which one is cancel? Pi cancel. Direction is inwards. B1 is equal to mu naught I 3 by 8 r. Mu naught I into 3 by 8 r. Okay. It is the first one. What about second one? B2 is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi. Sorry, first one is R dash. First one is R dash. Okay. First one radius is R dash. Okay. So mu naught I by 4 pi R dash. Pi cancel, mu naught I by 3 into 8 R dash. B2 is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi R into pi by 2. Theta is pi by 2. Okay. Pi cancel. What is the direction? It is also inverse. B2 is equal to mu naught I by 8R. Mu naught I by 8R. Understood? Okay. Now, both are in same direction means B net is equal to B1 plus B2. B net is equal to B1 in the sense mu naught I by 8R dash into 3 plus B2 mu naught I by so 8R. Okay. B net mu naught I by 8 is common, 3 by R dash plus 1 by R. Okay, mu naught I by 8 is common, 3 by R dash plus 1 by R. Okay.